you. Good evening, everyone. So we got the go from the techniques. So hi, everyone. Welcome to the third workshop of our digital marketing bootcamp series. I hope you're all well. Just a quick question. How many of you, to bring it back a step, we've been doing 3 workshops. And the first workshop was me talking about market potential analysis, keyword research, defining your niche. The second workshop was my friend Colin talking about PR and backlink building, how to create a media buzz and how to generate traffic. And today we have beautiful Matt talking about how to make money on your website. But before we get started, I want to kind of get a feel for you guys and who's our most loyal fan. Who's been coming to this workshop series tonight for the first time? All right, you're Matt's fans, I can tell that. Who's been coming to 2 workshops? Nice. How many people have been coming to all 3 workshops? Thank you very much, I really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm going to hand it over to Matt, and Matt is going to tell you, once you manage to generate traffic for your site, what are the most creative, out-of-the-box ways you've never heard of to make money on your website. Please give me a big round of applause for Matt Diggity.
How's it going, everybody? First off, big thank you for everybody for coming out. Normally, I'm always just talking about super nerdy stuff, SEO, ranking websites, stuff like that, but a big passion of mine is actually talking about monetization, conversion rate optimization. I rarely get to talk about it, so thank you guys for showing up and being able to be my audience on that tip. Now, before we get started, let's do a quick survey by show of hands. Can you raise your hand if you own a website? Sheesh, all right. Can you raise your hand if you monetize with affiliate marketing? First, does anyone not know what affiliate marketing is? Okay, we got the right crowd here today. Okay, raise your hand if you monetize with affiliate marketing. Awesome. Raise your hand if you have a website and you monetize it with your own offerings, so maybe your own courses, your own products. Great. Now, go ahead and raise your hand if you haven't quite got to this level of monetizing a website, but this is something you're interested in. Good. All right. We got a full house on our hands that you guys are in the right place. We're going to be talking about exactly what you want to talk about, which is creative monetization. What I'm going to be talking about today is not your normal run-of-the-mill ways to monetize a website, you know, affiliate marketing, CPA ads, AdSense, stuff like that. We're going to talk about outside of the box stuff that can not only get you monetized in different ways, but it can reach different customers that you wouldn't have reached in the first place. You can make more money from your existing traffic, etc. I'm happy to jump into this today. So before I get into it, I just want to introduce myself. Other than being beautiful Matt, I'm also known as Matt Diggity. My background before I ever got into SEO, I used to be an electrical engineer back in California. And my days as an electrical engineer freaking sucked. Okay, I used to work in a cubicle, 60-hour weeks. It was really technical, really challenging. Customers sucked, bosses sucked. I hated it. So pretty much like all you guys, I started researching ways to make money online, researching ways to start my own business, and I found the 4-hour work week. And then in 2009, I started experimenting around with affiliate SEO, so ranking websites and monetizing them through affiliate traffic. And then 2011 rolls around, and I'm starting to feel pretty comfortable with this. I'm starting to make enough money that's superseding how much money I was making as an engineer, so I pulled the plug on that job, moved out to Thailand, and been full blast SEO ever since. So this is what it's looked like since I've started doing SEO full time. I have a company called LeadSpring. LeadSpring is basically an agency for affiliate SEO. So we don't take on any clients. All we do is pump out our own affiliate SEO websites, build them up, and then flip them. That's 100% of what we're doing. We just completely focused on affiliate SEO. In addition to that, I blog at diggitymarketing.com about SEO. I have a client agency called The Search Initiative. I have a couple services for SEO called Diggity Links and Authority Builders. So these provide backlinks for other SEOs that need to get ranked higher. And I teach SEO in a couple different formats. One is through the lab, which is my course, and also through personal consulting. Now, as you can see, I'm really wrapped up in this SEO game. And I do it every day, 7 days a week. I'm really involved in it. And again, it gives me great happiness to be able to talk about something that's not that. So thank you for showing up. Now, why would we get creative about monetization in the first place? So why would you want to? We have these tried and true ways to monetize websites, Amazon affiliates, CPA, AdSense. Who are we to go out and say, this might not be enough? Who are we to try to reinvent the wheel and work on different streams of making revenue with our websites? Well, here's why. First off, any niche that you're in, there's a finite amount of people in it, right? Let's say paintball. I know paintball is a pretty popular sport, but there's only so many people searching for paintball on the internet. So there's a finite amount of people that'll reach your website and a finite amount of profit that you can make from it. And let's say, take something else on the high end, cryptocurrency, right? Probably everyone in here is into cryptocurrency. Maybe everyone in the planet's into it. But even so, there's a finite amount of people on the planet that are into it. Maybe not so much today or yesterday, but there's a finite amount of people, so there's a finite ceiling on how much you can make from your site. So what I'm suggesting we do is we look at different ways to monetize our website. Outside the box, I don't want to create additional monetization streams where I'm going to distract visitors with, okay, I've landed on this page. Should I do this? Should I do that? Or do this? It's not about that. These are complementary monetization schemes that are different than what you've seen before. So I want to talk to you about a case study. Now, this case study, I can't reveal the name right now. If anyone knows what kind of SEO I do, I'm what you would call a naughty SEO. I break the rules. People will say I'm a gray hat SEO. I don't know what color the hats are, but I mix black hat techniques and I mix white hat techniques together. But anyways, releasing a case study for a guy like me is probably not a good idea because, yeah, could get reported and whatnot. But this case study will eventually be released. The plan is to eventually take all the black hat stuff that's on the site, convert it into completely white hat so I can release this to the public. This is the first time I've been able to do something like this, so you'll be able to see this case study firsthand. But let me describe it without revealing the name and tell you what's going on with it so far. I purchased this website August 13, 2017. It's in the weight loss niche, so the niche is weight loss. I bought it in a private sale, so I didn't go through a marketplace, sorry Empire Flippers, but I went through a private sale. The purchase price was $53,000, and what that means is that the site itself was making a monthly average profit of $2,125, okay? Here's the goal. This is what we wanted to do with it. I want to increase monthly profit to $10K a month, and then eventually flip this website for over $300,000. Now, this is totally possible. Typically, these days, what would you say average multiple is on a website flipping these days?
Usually nowadays, 20 up to 60, but mostly upper 20s, lower 30s.
Okay, let's say upper 20s, lower 30s. So if this site was making $10K a month, then it could easily flip for $300,000 if we're talking about 30x multiple. So this is within our range. When do I want to do this by? This is the game I want to do as fast as possible. I want to see how quickly I can take over the site and increase the profit on it. So I'm not going to just simply rely on SEO to get the rankings higher, get more traffic. I need to get creative on the way I'm monetizing the site as well. So here's a 4-month progress report so far on the site. August revenue was $2,125. At the end of December, we're looking at $7,529. So that's some 354% growth in 4 months. That's pretty solid. So the subject of this presentation today is, what the heck did I do? What did I do to increase the monetization on the site? What did I add to this site beyond normal SEO ranking? That's what we're going to go over. So on our agenda, what we're going to talk about is 4 monetization techniques. These techniques are cross-selling, pixel monetization, product replacement, and monetize email follow-ups. Now, before I start jumping into each one of these, I want to give you the characteristics of what I'm looking for when I'm choosing these monetization methods. The first most important characteristic is I'm looking for monetization streams that are complementary, right? I talked about this before. Now, what I mean by complementary, I don't want it to interfere with the existing monetization on the site. Any Americans in here? Okay. You guys ever ate an In-N-Out? Yeah, it's freaking good, right? Okay, what does In-N-Out do so well? Other than, you know, selling a cheeseburger that very well might change your life, what is special about their marketing? Like when you walk into the store, what do you notice? Any takers? Speed. Sorry? Speed, yeah. What about their selection? You notice anything about the selection? Freaking simple. They got cheeseburger, hamburger, milkshake, drink, and fries. That's it. That's their whole freaking menu. There's something called paradox of choice. Paradox of choice is basically this concept that when a buyer buys something, the more choices that were available to them when they bought that, the more dissatisfaction they'll have with their purchase, the more FOMO they'll have about the other things they could have bought. Let's say, for example, like me sitting back home in California trying to decide where am I going to leave, or where am I going to live after I leave my day job. And I decide, okay, Chiang Mai, I've loved that place the whole time, let's move there. That's a pretty easy decision. I'm not going to have any regrets. That's the only thing that was on my list. But if I had major wanderlust and I had 20 different cities I wanted to live in, that's some major FOMO, right? So the idea here is not to give your viewers a whole bunch of different monetization options, because they're not going to come back to your site. They're not going to ever come back and convert again. You want to optimize their experience. So there's this concept called one page, one goal. And I first heard about this at Nomad Summit last year by Quinn Zeta. And basically the concept is really simple. On every single page on your website, you should only try to be getting your visitor to do one thing, just one thing. Don't have multiple things going on at the same time. It's just going to distract them and you won't convert as much. So here's a list of various monetization techniques. I took this from an Authority Hacker article. No one can read that probably. But it's basically a huge post on all these different ways to monetize your site. We got CPC ads, paid reviews, sponsored content, physical products, courses, all this stuff. Now, if you were to take any one of these two things and slap them on the same page, that's just going to distract your visitors. If you put Amazon clicks to try to get people to sell like your ergonomic chair there, and also have AdSense about back pain, it's just going to confuse people. They're not going to trust you. They're going to think your article is just about conversion and no one's going to buy shit. So complementary is the number one characteristic we're looking for. Number two is I want all these automation or these monetization schemes to be automated, right? I want to go in once, set up these monetization streams, and never think about them again. I'm not looking to require extra work once I've set it up. I have dozens of money sites. I don't want to, like, for example, if I were to slap up coaching onto one of my sites, then every time I get a conversion, I got to sit down with the person and coach them. Or even like sponsored content. Sponsored content would be someone reaches out to me and says, okay, I see that you're the owner of this blog. I'm going to send you one of my products and pay you $500 to review it on your site. That's great and all, but every time I convert, that's more work for me. So that's not what I'm interested in either. Complementary and automated is what we're looking for. So let's talk about the first method, cross-selling. This is what a typical affiliate website looks like. And this type of website is what we call a review roundup. And you guys have definitely seen these before. I bet a bunch of you have them yourselves. In the review roundup, you do something like, here's an example of best cold pressed juicers. You're laughing, is that your site? Oh shit. Okay, best cold pressed juicers. So someone searching for best cold pressed juicers or cold pressed juicer reviews might land on this page. And this guy would review, he would have a list of very short descriptions of what he believes to be the best cold pressed juicers are, and then he would have individual pages here which are reviewing each juicer in full. So that's a very, very typical affiliate website hierarchy, architecture, whatever, and this is very common in an Amazon affiliate. Here's another architecture. This would be a single product review. Now on this website, this dude has on his homepage, it's about Garcinia Cambogia review. Garcinia Cambogia is a supplement. It's not a specific product, it's a type of supplement. So on the homepage, he's going out, he's reviewing the supplement as how feasible this supplement is itself. And then he's going to recommend people to another page where he's recommending an individual product like Garcinia Life Plus. I don't even know if that's a real product, but this is what it typically looks like. Okay. The problem with both of these structures is there's a lot of lost opportunity. What is the lost opportunity? Well, there's more than 5 juicers on the planet, right? This guy decided to do the top 5 juicers. Guess what? There's more than that. And there's also more than one Garcinia product. So this is a whole bunch left on the table. What I'm suggesting to do is, you're going to go out and you're going to review every single product there is. You're going to capture all that traffic, and you're going to cross-sell them into your preferred product. So, something that might have crossed your mind. Let's say, for example, talking about juicers, right? Some dude did a top 5 review. Number 6 is called the Boswell 123, for example. So someone's searching for Boswell 123 review, and they land on your page. Why wouldn't you just try to sell them the Boswell 123, right? They already have that in their head. This is what I reply to that. You want to sell their preferred product for these reasons. Number 1, it converts the best, especially if it has any kind of brand recognition. Now, let's imagine you're working at a drugstore or something. Your boss tells you need to sell like 500 boxes of tissue paper, right? You're going to go out and you're going to sell Kleenex because that's what people know. It's going to be much easier to sell than a no-name brand, right? So the preferred product typically converts the best. Are there any CrossFit people in here? Okay. So with CrossFit, have you ever heard of Rogue Fitness? Okay, you have. Thank you for saving me. So I had a client, and he had an affiliate website. It was an authority site in the CrossFit niche. And he was like giving people recommendations on how to build a home gym. When he was recommending Rogue, he was making 5 figures a month. He did something that violated the terms of service. He got cut off from them. And when he started recommending like Amazon products and other stuff like that, his income went down in the hundreds range. That's how much Rogue is trusted within that community. So that's another reason why you want to sell your preferred product. In addition to that, your preferred product probably pays you the most. That's probably why you put it number 1. Perhaps you have a one-on-one deal with the provider of the product itself, much better than your Amazon associates, 8%, or even if it's that much, right? And then lastly, it might be your only option. Maybe you got banned on Amazon affiliates, which is can easily happen. Let's hold up for a little bit. Here comes the plane. Welcome to Chiang Mai. All right, can you hear me back? Good, good. Okay, it might be your only option. Perhaps you got kicked off your network. I had a specific case where I was promoting a very, very big brand of supplement, and I'm just doing my thing, ranking my web pages, getting ranked higher in Google, and I started to rank over the brand itself. Guess what? We got an email the next day saying we had to cut you off from the affiliate program. So great, I had no choice in this situation but to cross-sell the competitor's product. All right. Now, in cross-selling, it's not quite as simple and straightforward as reviewing a product positively and then trying to sell people that product. What you need to do is you need to get people to trust you, read your review about product A, and then sell them product B. So that's the name of the game. I've distilled this down to various steps that you should take in order to make this happen. Step 1, in the intro of your article, don't reveal anything. Don't give away the final punchline. Don't give away your positive or negative review about it. The goal here is just to get them reading. So use all your normal copy techniques like instilling fear if they don't read this article, entertaining them, showing that you know what you're talking about. Just get them reading at this point. Secondly, after the introduction teaser paragraph, you're going to give them a hyperlink that will jump to the end of the article. So this is for the people that don't have that much time on their hands. They just want to find the conclusion and move on with their life. So this will be able to sweep up those guys that don't have time to read your 2,000-word review. Now, I don't recommend doing that for a positive review. To sell something positively, it takes a little bit more finesse. You've got to walk people through the sales cycle. You don't want to jump to the conclusion right away. But if you're dissing on something, that's easy. People are skeptical anyways. You can do that right away. Oh, come on. All right. We good? Good. So here's an example of what I would write in my teaser paragraph. I might say, product ABC review, does it actually live up to the hype? If you've been a reader at my blog, you'd know that I'm an absolute fanatic about flipping flopping. I'm just making this shit up. In my circles, people have been mentioning product ABC as being one of the best available flipping flopping products in 2018. But is this true, or is it just marketing hype? I set up to give product ABC a full, unbiased review so you don't have to go through all the trouble of testing yourself. There's fear involved. If you don't read this, you're going to have to do all this testing yourself. Da 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 da. Okay, click to jump to the conclusion for the people who don't have time. Okay, step 3, the review should be mostly good. So have your writers go out and do your research. Find all the good things that people say about the product. You want to make this review seem believable. If a celebrity endorses the product, mention that. Say Joe Rogan uses this every day when he wakes up. Okay? So you want it to be mostly good, but you're going to have one fatal flaw with this product review, and that's based on personal opinion. So that might look like this. In my experience with product ABC, it works as advertised. I was flipping flopping better than normal. That said, I have one major bone to pick with it, the taste. Product ABC is literally unbearable to the taste. I have a pretty strong stomach, but even I had a hard time keeping it down. Okay, so we got to pause the review, but there's something based on personal opinion that is pretty much a deal breaker. Okay? Now, 5. Assign a grade or a score in the conclusion. So this is for the people that jump to the end of your article. So you're going to assign a 3 out of 5 or whatever that is. You know, have your writer do their research and find out something that seems reasonable. And then you're going to pitch the preferred product. So mine look like this. Overall, I give product ABC a C+. As mentioned, it does what it says it'll do. But the taste is terrible, and for the price it's offered at, this shouldn't be an issue. After this test was concluded, I happily went back to using my go-to product XYZ, which actually tastes good and is cheaper as well. I also feel like I get a better flip and flopping result using product XYZ. Check them out here, and that's where you have your CTA. So actually, at the end of an article, I recommend using what's called a creative. It's going to have a picture of the product you're recommending and like some stars and like some marketing copy in there. But I didn't have room on the slide, so that's what you get. Okay, so this approach not only gets people to read, but it's believable, right? We've talked about everything great about it. We just have a personal bone to pick with it. Here's the results so far with this methodology of cross-selling. So this is a report from Clicky, my analytics traffic software. And what we're looking at here is each page on my website. I blocked them out. Sorry, you guys can't see this. It's not a public case study yet. But these are the various pages and how much traffic is associated with these pages. Now remember I told you guys the affiliate provider for the main product, the big brand, they cut me off because I started to rank higher than them. That's the largest traffic page on my site, 49,000 visitors per month. It has even more traffic than my home page here. And then if we look all the way down at the bottom, product XYZ, this is our preferred product. This is the one we want to sell. It gives us the best affiliate commission. I work great with their manager. Everything's great about it. But it's just not a popular product. No one's really searching for it itself. So this is what happened when we switched things over. Okay, so August revenue, right? Product ABC was making $492 per month. XYZ was making $1,400 for a grand total of $1,900 per month. So fast forward to December, product ABC, they cut us off. They said, you can't rank higher than us, that ain't cool, you're done. So we started cross-selling product XYZ. Now product XYZ is making $6,256 per month. Thank you for cutting me off. Good, I'm glad you did that to us. So that's a 227% increase in profit by getting people all this traffic. I mean, that's a lot of traffic, 49,000 visitors per month, and getting to buy the product that we want. So this is the power of cross-selling. Cool. Next, pixel monetization. This is a snapshot of monthly traffic for my website. And you can see here, like traffic has been growing since we got it. We bought it at this point. Traffic has been increasing. January is not even done yet. We're like the 18th of January, something like that. And we already have as much traffic as December. Weight loss is awesome in January as a niche. So this is obviously is really good data for me, or really good information for me. More traffic to my site means more possible conversions, more possible airplanes. Time for kombucha. But who else might find this traffic data useful? Any takers? Sorry, again?
Any company that sells products on the weight loss space.
Yeah, exactly. Any company selling the products in the weight loss space. In particular, my affiliate provider, right? The affiliate provider themselves is interested in this data. And why is that? Keep running with it. Exactly, retargeting. They can take all this information and retarget them with very, very cheap Facebook ads on people that are already looking for exactly what they're selling. So I got this idea. Let's pitch these guys the rental of the Facebook pixel. I'd never seen this before, so I thought I'd try it out. Okay, here's how I pitched it. Hey Chris, do you guys run any Facebook advertisements? In July, my website had 31,000 visitors, and that's going to continue to rise. Here's a snapshot of the ranking graph at that time. Your competitor approached me about buying access to the retargeting pixel, but I wanted to talk to you about it first. May or may not have happened. Okay, so he replies back, hey Matt, thanks for thinking of us. We're definitely up for that. What are you looking for? Hey Chris, your competitor hasn't made me an offer yet. Probably never will. Typically for pixels, with this level of traffic, they go for about $1,000 per month. If traffic 2x's down the road, then we can negotiate, but I'm okay with locking that in for 3 months. So I'm giving myself room to renegotiate later. So if we do double traffic, which we did, we can maybe get more out of this down the road. We're not locked in at 1,000. Right on. Definitely makes sense. We're flexible down the road as traffic changes. For now, we can do 1,000 a month and test it. All right. So here's the close, and typically in a close, like if you guys do outreach or anything like that, you change your languaging, you get a little bit more abrupt, you get a little bit more urgent with it. So this is what I said. Hey Chris, sounds good. Here's a PayPal subscription link to get this started. Call to action right there. All you have to do is click that, and you can have this data. As soon as that's paid, I'll let your competitor know that's not for sale. Please send me over your PayPal pixel code, and I'll get it installed today. So I'm ready to get you fired up and ready to go today. And if you don't mind, I'm doing a bunch of retargeting myself and other verticals, and would love to see how you guys are doing with this. It's my current Geek of the Month topic. So he knows he's partnering with someone who's also interested with this, and we can feed back to each other. So boom, 30 minutes of work. I highly doubt it was even 30 minutes of work. We increased the monthly revenue of the site by $1,000 a month. At a 32x multiple, increased the flip price by $32,000. That's $64,000 for an hour. Yeah, I'm good with that. And this is super easy to do. Think about your websites right now. Think about how you can pitch them this. And I don't care if you steal my pitch.